Hey everybody. So today I'm going to talk about an actor who has also been in a lot of favorite films of mine, um, who has taken on a lot of comedic and serious parts and is able to take on both of them very well. That man is Mr. Robin Williams, as I just showed in those two DVDs. Unfortunately, they're not the greatest pictures of him, but they're two DVDs that are very good that he's in and that he plays an important part in as well. Robin Williams, you guys, he started in Mork and Mindy. That was kind of his rise to fame. Then his real huge hit. I know he was probably in a couple of other films before this one, but Mrs. Doubtfire was obviously his first really big film. That was definitely the film where a lot of people recognized his work, and he later got other parts like the genie in Aladdin, um, 1 Hour Photo, which was a very serious part for him, Insomnia, which I just showed. He was in Happy Feet and a bunch of other great comedic and serious roles. Um, and I guess what's kind of unique about Robin Williams is the fact that he can be really comedic, really weird. Um, he can almost take on anything and make it funny in a way. One thing that he's really well known for, and you actually see in a lot of his movies, are in Mrs. Doubtfire, he can do voices, and I think that scene kind of leaked into other movies eventually. The scene where he's doing all those voices, like the impression of the hot dog, an impression of James Bond. Um, what else did he do in that movie? He did like a impression of like a Lord of the Rings goblin, even though Lord of the Rings was way after Mrs. Doubtfire. Um, but he can do. He likes to have those little montages of him being kind of weird and goofy and kind of in your face that he can improv anything really well. So that's another aspect of Robin Williams that's kind of really unique. In serious parts, like in 1 Hour Photo, he can be extremely creepy, almost to the point where several days after you watch the movie, you're still kind of thinking about just how creepy he was in that role. In Insomnia, what was really creepy about him in that movie is um, if you and I don't want to reveal too much of that film because it is a really good one. Um, he's able to play around with Al Pacino to the point where even though Al Pacino might think that he's dominant over Robin Williams always has something up his sleeve that he called the wild card um, throughout the movie, and it always got back at Al Pacino, and that's what was kind of really creepy about him in that movie is he always had some kind of a wild card with him to guarantee that he could be dominant over Al Pacino, even though Al Pacino might think that he's more dominant over Robin Williams in that movie. Patch Adams was one that people either loved it or hated it. I actually really liked it because Robin Williams added his own special touch, and he was able to tell the story of Patch Adams really well, the doctor. Um, so Robin Williams, you guys, I love this actor. He's really goofy. He's really well known as the genie and as Mrs. Doubtfire. Um, Make sure you check out his work, guys. He's a very good actor.